The moment I found out, everything changed. I was standing in our luxurious bathroom in the wealthy suburb of Dallas, staring at my own reflection in shock. Water droplets from the shower still clung to the glass door, and the sound of the water still echoed in my ears. But it was the contents of his phone that made my world come crashing down. I had been suspicious for weeks, ever since I noticed he'd removed his wedding ring. At first, I brushed it off as a stupid mistake, but the more I thought about it, the more it bothered me. He'd always been careless with his jewelry, but this felt different. It felt deliberate. As I scrolled through his messages, my heart sank. The words blurred together on the screen, but the names stood out like a slap in the face. Emily, my best friend. The woman I would trusted with my deepest secrets, my laughter and my tears. The woman I would considered my sister. My mind reeled as I read the explicit messages. 15 years. He'd been cheating on me with my best friend for 15 years. The thought made me want to vomit. I felt like I would been punched in the gut, like all the air had been sucked out of me. I remembered the day he reconnected with old friends from his high school reunion. He'd been distant for weeks, and I would brushed it off as him being stressed about work. But now, I realized it was all a lie. He'd been rekindling an old flame, and it was not just a friendly conversation. I thought back to all the times he'd deleted his text messages and browser history. All the times he'd disappeared for hours without explanation. All the times he'd suddenly needed more space and alone time. The red flags I would ignored, the warnings I would dismissed as paranoia. But the worst part was that I would quit my job to support his career. I would give up my own dreams, my own ambitions, to be his rock. And this was how he repaid me? I felt a wave of anger wash over me, followed by a crushing sadness. I thought about our children who deserved so much better than to see this. I thought about my father, who wanted to confront him physically. I thought about the family I thought we were building, and how it was all a lie. As I stood there, frozen in shock, I knew I had to get out of there. I started packing my bags, quietly, and with a dignity I did not feel. I did not want to give him the satisfaction of seeing me break down. I grabbed a few essentials, my phone, my wallet, and a change of clothes, and headed out the door. I did not know where I was going, but I knew I had to get away from him. As I walked out of the house, I felt a sense of liberation wash over me. It was a small step, but it was a start. I was taking back control, and I was going to make him pay for what he'd done to me. "William," I called out, my voice steady. "We need to talk." He came out of a shower, a towel wrapped around his waist, and a look of guilt on his face. "What's going on?" he asked, trying to sound innocent. But I was not buying it. "Don't lie to me," I said, my voice cold. "I know everything." He took a step back, his eyes darting around the room. I do not know what you are talking about." But I had just smiled, a bitter smile. "You have no idea how much I know. But I do know one thing, it is over. It's been over for a long time." And with that, I walked out of the house, leaving him to face the consequences of his actions. I was done. I was finally free.